5 tips how to reduce your risk of food poisoning. All right. So this is the number 1 tip. The degrees, very dangerous for degrees to 60 Celsius. 60 degrees Celsius, right? This is the optimum. The bacteria love this temperature. So, Mark, what is this temperature? This is called room temperature lah. Okay, room, that's it. All right, so you're either very hot or you're either at freezing cold. So that the bacteria, they don't like extremes. They only love the one that is in the middle. That's all. If you're like, okay, Mark, I don't know how to measure and all that, just keep it simple. Right, room temperature, jialat. Okay, so after cooking food to a safe temperature, keep it at 60 degrees or warmer. Right, the moment that it drops, that's where bacteria will come. It will grow. Right, so how do you cool foods rapidly at home? Now, everyone, that's another big question, right? Like every time when you cook food in the morning, then you want to keep it in our refrigerator as you rush out to work so that at night you can eat. Can you immediately keep hot foods into your refrigerator? Yes or no? Tell me your answer right now. Thank you. Very good. No. So why no, Matt? Why no? 2 things will happen. Number 1, if you put cooked foods into your refrigerator before it's cooled down, it's going to drop the temperature inside your refrigerator. It's going to potentially contaminate or impact the other ingredients in your fridge. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, what it happens is that it alters the temperature of the food and immediately affects bacteria. So these are the 2 reasons why it's not recommended that you immediately keep your cooked hot foods, right, into the refrigerator. So what you can do here, there are 3 things, right? You can cool it down fast, right, down to 4 degrees and below. You can put it into ice cold water to water bath it. That's one way to bring down the temperature fast before you put it into a refrigerator. And of course, split the portion. Especially, I'm not sure about Malays, Chinese, right? Wow, you cook like Chinese New Year, you cook big portion, then you put the whole pot inside a refrigerator. No, split into different portions so that it cools down easier. Okay, these are the 3 simple tips you can do. Right now, leftovers. What you can do is keep it in airtight containers. I would prefer to use glass containers instead of plastic. I know some of you say, Mark, BPA free, BPA not good. Use glass containers, right? Or stainless steel flasks. Sorry, stainless steel containers, right? Or even wooden ones. Now, how long can it be kept? Fridge is 3 to 4 days, but it depends. If it is raw food, right? Raw food, please consume it within 2 days. Cooked food, 3 to 4 days, it depends, not all. All right, freezer 3 to 4 months. Anything above 4 months, the quality of the product deteriorates further. All right, but at the end of the day, I would not recommend you guys to keep your food on a prolonged period. It's not healthy, right? Especially if you're refrigerating it. The longer it is, the more dangerous it is. My personal guideline, although this has been tested by a lot of scientists to say that in a refrigerator, 3 to 4 days is okay, I want to give you my personal practice. You want to keep something in a refrigerator that is cooked or raw, 2 days. In fact, raw one, if you're not going to cook it, just put it in the freezer. Done deal. All right, simple. So don't need to complicate, Mark. Is 3 days better, 4 days? The rule of thumb is 2 days. Cook food, 2 days maximum. Finish it. If you can't finish, throw it away, right? Don't bother about, oh, yo, I'm going to waste the money. Nope, right? So now, how do you thaw your food safely, right? So what is thawing here mean? So long story short is defrosting. You know, a lot of people bring down the meat, they just leave it out at the room temperature for many hours. Your steak, your fish, right, from the freezer. It is actually very dangerous because why? It attracts bacteria. It grows there, especially after you cut that sealer back. You leave the meat on the plate or the chopping board. Oh my God, the bacteria will come, not to mention flies. And the flies will carry maggots on it, right? So one, you can use microwave oven, which I don't really recommend. I would rather use oven. You can also put it on a saucepan to heat it up, right? You can transfer it from the freezer down to the refrigerator the night before first, right? You can use a microwave at this particular temperature, right? To make sure that you all have a good temperature measurement for your food, right? And of course, you can also seal your meat, right, into a Ziploc bag and put it into a cold water bath. So these are the 4 very basic ways on how you can defrost your food safely without having more bacterial infection, which I believe most of you are doing this, but just in case if you forgot about it, because you're so comfortable at home, make sure you guys apply this.